Week 15 football sees the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Carolina to take on the Panthers. It's not been the season either team's fan base has hoped for this year, though some late-season chaos could make things interesting, especially for Keep Pounding.
And a throw, and a catch, and a touchdown! And the Panthers have come out swinging.
Carolina, just a game behind first place Tampa Bay in the division, win their last 4, they win the NFC South.
It is Hubbard fighting, lunging, reaching. It's a touchdown.
But first, Pittsburgh, and the big question mark this week, who are Carolina's defensive players going to be staring at quarterback? Kenny Pickett was placed in concussion protocol after a first quarter hit against the Ravens. In relief, Mitch Trubisky, who brought 3 interceptions along with him in relief.
And intercepted, picked off, and Trubisky has thrown his 3rd interception.
Interceptions aside, the Steelers will want to provide some protection. The team's given up 34 sacks this year.
Here they come, and comes in with a big play. Back to the 22, a 2nd sack right there.
And while the Panthers as a unit aren't particularly great at gathering sacks, they're coming off a game where they got to Seahawk Geno Smith 3 times, and defender Brian Burns has been a force. He's collected 10.5 sacks so far, 8th in the NFL.
Russell Wilson is going to go sack. Brian Burns.
Finding consistency on offense has been especially difficult for Pittsburgh this season. 26th in the league at only 317 yards a game, 204 yards passing, 113 yards rushing, leading to just 17.5 points a contest, 6th worst in the NFL.
Harris running into his own blocker, picks up about a yard on the play.
Their lack of passing attack has meant teams can key on stopping Najee Harris, which they've done fairly effectively.
Najee Harris cuts, gains 2 to the 18.
Just 3.8 yards a carry and 5 scores, so no overpowering ground game to keep defenses honest, and no Steelers receiver even cracking the top 30 in yards for the season.
Johnson tries to get away and can't. Gain of a yard is all to the 49.
Panthers defense coming off an opportunistic performance against the Seahawks. They held Seattle below 290 total yards and picked off Geno Smith twice.
Geno Smith under pressure. It's picked off. It's C.J. Henderson.
And there's locker room talk that the team is rallying behind interim head coach Steve Wilks. With 3 wins in their last 4 games, is this team making an improbable run?
Looking, and he throws a pick, and it's J.C. Horn with his 3rd of the season. What a swing from Carolina out of the gate.
Panther quarterback Sam Darnold must hope so. He's won 2 in a row now. What he's done in his past 2 games, aside from win, 2 touchdowns, no picks, playing a game manager role mostly, not setting the world on fire or anything, but he's played fairly clean football, and that may be all that Carolina needs him to do.
Darnold for the end zone. DJ Moore has it, and yeah! That's a Panther touchdown!
He's certainly not facing the steel curtain this weekend. Statistically, the Steelers' defense has underwhelmed.
Huntley to the air, and he's got time. Slings it out on the side, caught by Robinson.
When it comes to running the football, you'd think the departure of Christian McCaffrey would have spelled doom for Carolina, but the Panthers torched Seattle with a trio of backs, Chuba Hubbard and Deontay Foreman doing most of the dirty work with 74 yards each, and Raheem Blackshear helping out as well, contributing to a unit that pounded out 223 yards total and 2 touchdowns.
Arnold hands it off for Blackshear, and he breaks through! Raheem Blackshear, the rookie with a key touchdown for Carolina.
You'd have to think they may go with that strategy again this week as well. Steelers' rush defense just gave up 215 yards to Baltimore on the ground.
Oh, there he goes! A big hole! Off to the races!
As you know, what they say about running the football in December, especially with Charlotte expecting to see outdoor temperatures in the 40s this Sunday, will that lead to a Carolina win as they take another step toward realizing an improbable postseason dream? Or will Pittsburgh recapture some Steeler magic to win one on the road? Comment section with you already. Picks to the screen, please.